I work at UNESCO headquarters here in Paris in the natural sciences sector. The section is the section for science, technology, innovation policies. And within that section, what we do is that we set the standards around governance of science. And in that context, the 2021 recommendation on open science was developed through in our section, in our division. I had the pleasure to kind of coordinate the development of the recommendation and now also work towards its implementation. And so in the context, both of the development of the recommendation and specifically now the implementation of this recommendation of UNESCO on open science, we see the reform of the research assessment as one of the key enablers for the implementation of open science, actually. So we have seen that the incentives, the rewards, the award system is for the moment not aligned with the principles of open science and with the idea of open science practices as we have it in the UNESCO Recommendation on Open Science. So to be able to do open science, researchers and everybody else who is involved in the open science ecosystem need to be assessed differently, need to be evaluated differently. And of course, the research assessment reform is key in that sense. The recommendation itself already talks about this issue. We have a specific action that looks into fostering a culture of open science and aligning incentives. And in terms of really fostering a culture of open science, it cannot be done unless there is a reform of the current research assessment that we have it now. So we, in our section for the past 4 years, have been really working with different countries, trying to understand, how do we develop together with them, if needed, their open science ecosystems, their policies, etc. We have seen a lot of movement towards research assessment reforms, of course, CoARA and others, particularly in Europe. A little bit of movement also in Latin America along the same lines. Other regions are currently not yet engaging in this conversation. So I think what we would like to see in the future, and the role maybe that we could have there, is to understand better what is happening really across the world in terms of research assessment reform. What are the views and perspectives from regions other than Europe, North America, and possibly Latin America.